Hi guys, this is Maria. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to have some propagation fun together. Propagating succulents for me is just a lot of fun. Unlike some other plants, succulents have genes for reproduction in any part of the plant. So you can take leaf or even sometimes piece of the leaf and it will grow a new plant. You can take a part of the stem or just leave a bare stem without leaves and it will still grow new rosettes, new plants. And I think that's just so fascinating, and it's so cool looking those little rosettes formed from just one little leaf. I want to start an experiment where I'm gonna, propagate today some Crassulas and Echeverias in a tray and give you updates every 1 or 2 weeks so you can see the progress that they're making under LED grow lights. I'm planning to use white lights, a Spider Farmer 1000 watts, and see how they're gonna perform. So let's start. So guys, I first wanted to show you what I'm gonna use. These plastic trays you have probably seen before in my videos. I use them to prevent mess on my shelves, so it's really great if you have plants under lights because pots will probably have holes, and if you have any dirt or water coming out, these trays will help prevent messes on your shelves. So they don't have holes and you can buy them really cheap. They're usually about $1.50. But in this case I have made holes on this tray, and I'm gonna fill it with the soil mix that I'm gonna use, which is gonna be 1/3 Espuma cactus soil mix, 1/3 perlite, and 1/3 cocoa brick. I would highly recommend you cocoa brick if you haven't used it before, because not only it's very economic, because from that one brick that you're gonna pay $10 or $15, you're gonna have so many buckets of soil, but it's also great for rooting. Like, I noticed that plants love it because it's great for developing good roots. It's very airy. And when I place the soil in this tray, I'm gonna place this tray in another tray that doesn't have holes, so in the case that there is any dirt or water coming out, it's not gonna make messes. So here is my tray, well, actually double tray, that's ready and with the soil. So the first plant that I want to start with is this one. So this big one has such a large leaves that I think you can quickly see the progress. So here are some of the leaves that two leaves that I propagated. One produced 3 rosettes that are quite big now, and there is another one growing, also 3 rosettes. So I was thinking about removing more leaves from this Echeveria. What I have seen in the nurseries, when the leaves are very large, they even cut them in half or in 3 pieces and they can still, grow plant. Commonly my advice is, when you're propagating, to gently wiggle leaves, not to damage them, so that they can root a new plant easily. But in this case, when the leaves are so large, I don't think, even if you have a little bit of damage, that it's still gonna grow a plant. I'm gonna just start wiggling some of these leaves, and here from the bottom. Oh, this one I broke, so that's gonna be interesting to see how it's gonna grow. I'm actually thinking about beheading this rosette, and I just thought to cut it somewhere here in the middle so it makes a smaller rosette, and then leave a stem to grow rosettes as well, and then also separately propagate leaves. I'm gonna alternate the position of leaves because they're gonna be growing rosettes from this narrow part. So I'm gonna put like this. So when they dry, you're gonna have rosettes here and then rosettes here, so that they don't bother each other and have enough space here, even though succulents like to be crowded. So I'm gonna cut this rosette somewhere here. I'm actually thinking it's gonna be easier to use a thread because it has a very compact look. So I'm gonna just use a thin thread to go in between leaves. and then just pull. So that's one way you can, you know, cut some of the crassulas if the thread doesn't break, like in this case. Alright guys, single thread didn't work out, so I am doing this again. Trying to remember where I had thread going through. I think it's here. And now pull. Oh, I did it! Here it is, guys. This is the rosette. I'm gonna still have to remove a few leaves on the bottom because I have to allow the stem to have access to soil. Here it is. Beautiful rosette. I'm gonna just let it dry a little bit and then put rooting hormone. And then I'm gonna leave this bottom stem with leaves to also grow new rosettes. I might remove a few more leaves from here. And place some more in the propagation tray. So this is what I'm going to do with these leaves that were kind of broken when I pulled them from the plant. I'm going to straighten up the wound. I'm going to cut where the wound is so it's straight. And then I'm going to place this in the propagation tray. So I'm not going to throw away any of these leaves since I have a big tray here. Hopefully they can all grow. So next thing I want to do is this beautiful Echeveria I cut from this pot. This is the original stem in the pot about, I don't know how many weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and it grew. It already had all these babies growing, so the reason why I cut it because I wanted them to have more light, and some of them are quite big now, so I want to cut some of the biggest ones, maybe 2 of them, and place them in the propagation tray to get enough light and not to be as crowded. This one is really amazing looking Echeveria. Like, I really want to find out the name of this one. Just so pretty. So this one actually has a tiny little white root growing, and I'm going to put it in a rooting hormone. There. Let's see which one is... Well, I don't know. These are quite all small, so maybe I'm going to leave them a little longer in the spot before I place them in the tray. This is one of my favorite Crassulas, and it's really large. There's some huge pieces that are hanging and not getting enough light, like these, for example, here. So I'm going to cut these and try to propagate them. I'm going to cut them in many pieces, so here, so like that. So this is how my tray looks so far, guys. I moved one of the leaves that already started producing rosettes. These are all new leaves. This is the one that I just beheaded, and then there is some cuttings of Crassula string of buttons. I still have space that I haven't filled, so I'm going to probably be adding some stuff. But for now, this is going to go under Spider Farmer light. So here is my setup with Spider Farmer LED lights. My propagation tray is on the top shelf. And one thing that I forgot to tell you is that I moistened this soil prior to propagating. About 2 days prior, I Use 2 cups of water for this tray and let it dry a bit and even out the top layer. So it was a bit damp when I placed these cuttings and leaves on top, but I was not concerned because I used rooting hormone for cuttings, and also the soil with cocoa brick and under LED lights gets really quickly dry. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed my propagation video. I will see you soon with updates, and have a wonderful week.